Hello everyone, I'm Alan Richardson and this is Tottenham Logic. So, the second to last game of the season, we are playing Manchester City. We are playing Manchester City at our ground, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. A stadium where Manchester City have never scored and never got a point in the league. They've recently beat us in the cup, but in the league, they've not done anything since that stadium was built, which in a way could be a bad thing. I'll tell you why, because these few scenarios could happen, and I'm praying that they don't, because trust me, you won't want to be in this situation either as a Spurs fan. Scenario one: what if Manchester City needed to win to stay in the title race? We were already fifth, we can't get fourth, we've got nothing to play for, but if we beat Manchester City, it will go into Arsenal's hands and they could go on to win the league. How would you feel watching that game? Scenario two: Manchester City need to win the league. If we beat them, then Arsenal will go on to win the league. But this time, we need to win to get fourth. Would you want us to win? Now, my opinion on both these scenarios is I would rather be fifth than Arsenal win the league. As expressions said, I hate Arsenal more than I love Tottenham. So, yes, no matter what happens, I don't want Arsenal winning the league. So, if Man City have to come to us and beat us, then that's fine by me. But let me know what you think. There's a couple of things I want to talk about in that scenario as well, which is quite strange because it's at our stadium. And if we know we're going to beat Manchester City to give Arsenal the title, are the fans in the stadium going to celebrate? Because it would be a weird situation and a weird atmosphere. Because can you imagine if it was the last minute and Tottenham got a penalty? If Tottenham score this penalty, then Arsenal will go on to win the league. If Tottenham miss, then Manchester City will go on to win the league. Can you imagine that? So imagine it was 1-1. Or no, imagine Man City were winning 1-0 or something. And if we scored an equaliser, Arsenal would go on to win the league. You know what? I'd think, please miss that penalty. I really would. I don't know why. I just would. And can you imagine if we scored that penalty? Would the fans celebrate? Let me know in the comments if you would celebrate that. I also want to ask, can you imagine also now, I want to say about, imagine what the players would be feeling like if they knew they beat City, they knew Arsenal would the league. Would they feel the vibe from the crowd that they didn't want them to push forward or they didn't want them to win? Or am I wrong? Would the fans want them to win and would they care about what Arsenal are doing? Should we even be caring about them? I've got a question for you Arsenal fans as well. In this scenario that I just mentioned, we have a penalty. Would you Arsenal fans be cheering on Spurs to score? Would you actually celebrate a Tottenham goal? Let's see, that's another thing. See, you don't want to be in that situation either. No Arsenal fan wants to be in that situation. So we don't want to be in this situation. Arsenal don't want to be in this situation. Man City are the only ones that are out of this bad situation. So this can only happen really if Arsenal and Man City win every single game up leading up to this second from last game of the season. So this Sunday we're playing Arsenal. So we really, really need to beat them so we can just squash this problem out straight away. We need to not have this issue because it would be one of those games. If I was watching it at home, well, we'll be watching it, but if I was watching it, I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know whether to be happy that we scored. I wouldn't know whether to be happy that we went behind. I wouldn't know how to feel. So I need to know what you guys think. How would you feel if these scenarios happened? Because I just couldn't imagine it. Talk to me. How would you feel? Let me know in the comments. And come on, you Spurs.